Hi everybody, it's Oscar Camacho again. So I wanted to teach you guys how to do a lash application. So a few basic things that you're going to be needing are, of course, lashes. I already separated these. I use my thumb to separate them because these aren't real hair. So one thing that I do is I just pull them with my thumb out. So I never want to peel them from like one side. Let's see, from like one side going on to this way. Because sometimes, like, one thing that I do notice is when people pull them off like that, it flares a lash even more. Which, some people like that, I personally don't like that. I just like it to look more natural, so. Alright, so next thing what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting on glue in the corner, and I'm using Duo. Duo. Alright, so I'm going to be putting it at the corner of my container, and then this is the lid of the lash box. Okay, so this is how I do mine. So what I'm going to be doing is grabbing the lash, and then one thing too, you want to measure the lash. So this one is going to go on my left. So you want to make sure that the lash is going to fit. So you want to make sure to measure. So that's going to fit perfectly. Okay. In case if it is a little bit longer than what it's supposed, like if it's longer than your eye, so you do want to cut them. So you could use like scissors like this. You know, these you could get at the beauty supply store, Inglot, Mac, Sally's, anywhere. Yeah. Alright. So now that you got that, so you want to make sure. Oh, so in case if it is long, sorry, I forgot to finish that. So if it is long, so you don't want to cut the inside part, because the inside part, that shorter side is going to go inside the inner part of the eye. So the longer side on the outer part, that's the side you want to cut in case if it is too long, if it's like too wide for your eye. So, and then you want to make sure to double check and measure, remeasure again. And then from there, you know, just double check if it's going to fit. And of course this one I didn't need to cut it down. Luckily it fit my eye perfect. So what I'm going to be doing is now I'm going to fold the lid. And this retracts back. So, you know, in case if you do want to reuse your case again and put your lashes back. So I'm going to be coating that evenly throughout the lash. Let it dry for a sec. And if you do see people like blow on the lash, very unsanitary. You don't want to, you know, if somebody does blow on the lash, have them grab you another pair of lashes. Just in case, because that is very unsanitary. I mean, if it was like on you personally, you could do it on yourself. But if you're doing it on somebody else, big no. I'm all about sanitation and disinfection. So, alright, so wave that for like at least like 30 seconds until it gets tacky. And then once when it gets tacky, then you can stick it onto your eye. This prevents you from holding the lash against your eye, so then that way, you know, in case if you do blink or flutter your eyes or something, then it'll prevent the lash from like shifting. So once when it gets sticky or tacky, then what you want to do is aim towards the outer part of your eye. And then, and one thing I did do is I did curl my lashes before I even put my lashes on. And you always want to make sure this inside part is down, because in some lashes, for some people, they do not stick that part down. And in case if it does, you know, come up or anything, what you could do is grab a liner brush like this, and then just grab some off of the lid, and then just put it on like if it was a regular liner across the way. Okay? So then that way this will secure the lash and make sure it's going to last you all day or even for an evening. Okay? Or if you're like going out. Alright? So now to show you guys again on the other side. I know I make it look really easy, huh? So it just takes practice. Practice makes perfect. And this is what I wanted to teach, you know, people how to do makeup, just simple makeup applications, because once when you learn how to do simple makeup applications, then you could evolve from there. So, and then you could start playing with colors, and then I could teach you, like, you know, how to do, how to complement your eyes, and all that good stuff. Alright? So once again, let it dry for like 30 seconds. And then I'll also like teach you how to remove the glue when you want to reuse the lashes. Also another thing too, the time when I put my lashes on is at the end when I'm done with my makeup application. So say for example, you know, I do my eyes, liner, mascara, or usually I'll do my mascara last. So that's my personal application. Not everybody does it like that, but I'll do my eyes first, liner, you know, complexion, and then I'll do cheeks, lips, finish off with the mascara, and then the lashes. So that's just my way of doing it. Everybody has their own, you know, different ways. Some people do it, you know, I know the cosmetologist, state board, you have to do complexion first, then eyes, blush, lips, and I believe finish off with mascara. So, alright. So now I'm going to be putting on this one, my right eye, which probably would be your left. See how like once when it becomes tacky, then it doesn't shift or move all over the place. So this helps you, you know, do a lash application really quick. And once when you get the, you know, the steps, and once when you get used to it, then it becomes easier and easier and easier to do. See? Alright. And then also, if you're going to be reusing your lashes, one thing that you could do is, when you're going to take them off, peel them from the inside towards the outside, or outside towards the inside. You never want to pull forward, because then you could, you know, take off some lashes. So see how there's like access on there? Wherever you're going to take off that glue, make sure you're pinching in that exact location on the lash. And then same spot wherever you're pulling off the glue, you want to make sure to, you know, grab the lash in the same location wherever you're pulling off the glue. And this is how you could reuse your lashes. Alright? So see how like I'm going all the way to the outer part? So I know I missed a little bit over here. Alright. So, and then one thing, I hope you guys got that. My bad. So, you know, wherever you're going to pull them, make sure to pinch the hair in the exact location wherever you're peeling off the glue. Alright? So, one thing, you know, if you're asking yourselves, well, I don't want to pay that much for lashes. One thing that you could do, you could grab lashes from a CVS store, Walmart, Walgreens. If there's like a swap meet somewhere, sometimes they sell like really good deals with lashes, with bundles. So you could buy like, you know, a few packs to begin with. And then that way you don't destroy them. I mean, of course you'll be destroying them, but I mean, if you're buying like an expensive pair, this way it'll prevent you from destroying the expensive pair. Alright, so once again, you know, if you have any questions, email me, once again, oscarocmch@yahoo.com, and you could use that email address also to find me on Facebook as well. Alright, so I hope I taught you guys how to do lashes, and I hope you guys become experts on them. Alright, till then, alright, bye.